I'm careful. I always know where the police checkpoints are, so I can roll my cab past and flash the old lights if a guy starts acting up. This dude fooled me cold. I was ripped. Not only had I been conned, I had a considerable wad to give away. It was near the end of my shift, and like I said, I do all right. I've got a lot of regulars. Once you see me, you don't forget me. Or my cab. It's gorgeous. Part of my inheritance. A '59 Chevy, shiny as new, kept on blocks in a heated garage by the proverbial dotty old lady. It's the pits of the design world. Glossy blue with those giant chromium fins. Restrained decor, just the phone number and a few gilt curlicues on the door. I was afraid all my old pals at the police department would pull me over for minor traffic violations if I went whole hog and painted Carlotta's cab in ornate script on the hood. Some do it anyway. So where the hell were all the cops now? Where are they when you need 'em? He told me to shove the cash through that little hole they leave for the passenger to pass the fare forward. I told him he had it backwards. He didn't laugh. I shoved bills. "Now the change," the guy said. Can you imagine the nerve? I must have cast my eyes up to heaven. I do that a lot these days. "I mean it!" He wrapped the plastic shield with the shiny barrel of his gun. I checked it out this time. Funny how big a little .22 looks when it's pointed just right. I fished in my pockets for change, emptied them. "Is that all? You want the gold cap on my left front molar?" I said. "Turn around," the guy barked. "Keep both hands on the steering wheel. High." I heard jingling, then the quick intake of breath. "Okay," the crook said, sounding happy as a clam. "I'm gonna take my leave." "Good. Don't call this cab again." "Listen." The gun tapped. "You cool it here for 10 minutes, and I mean frozen. Don't twitch, don't blow your nose. Then take off." "Gee, thanks." "Thank you," he said politely. The door slammed. At times like that, you just feel ridiculous. You know the guy isn't going to hang around, waiting to see whether you're big on insubordination, but he might. And who wants to tangle with a .22 slug? I rate pretty high on insubordination. That's why I messed up as a cop. I figured I'd give him 2 minutes to get lost. Meantime, I listened. Not much traffic goes by those little streets on Beacon Hill at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday morn. Too residential. So I could hear the guy's footsteps tap along the pavement. About 10 steps back, he stopped. Was he the one in a million who'd wait to see if I turned around? I heard a funny kind of whooshing noise. Not loud enough to make me jump, and anything much louder than the ticking of my watch would have put me through the roof. Then the footsteps padded on, straight back and out of hearing. 1 minute more. The only saving grace of the situation was the location, District 1. That's Mooney's district. Nice guy to talk to. I took a deep breath, hoping it would have an encore, and pivoted quickly, keeping my head low. Makes you feel stupid when you do that and there's no one around. I got out and strolled to the corner, stuck my head around a building kind of cautiously. Nothing, of course. I backtracked. 10 steps, then whoosh. Along the sidewalk stood one of those new Keep Beacon Hill Beautiful trash cans, the kind with the swinging lid. I gave it a shove as I passed. I could just as easily have kicked it. I was in that kind of funk. Whoosh, it said, just as pretty as could be. Breaking into one of those trash cans is probably tougher than busting into your local bank vault. Since I didn't even have a dime left to fiddle the screws on the lid, I was forced to deface city property. I got the damn thing open and dumped the contents on somebody's front lawn, smack in the middle of a circle of light from one of those snooty Beacon Hill gas street lamps. Halfway through the whiskey bottles, wadded napkins, and beer cans, I made my discovery. I was doing a thorough search. If you're going to stink like garbage anyway, why leave anything untouched, right? So I was opening all the brown bags, you know, the good old brown luncheon bottle bags, looking for a clue. My most valuable find so far had been the moldy rind of a bologna sandwich. Then I hit it big, one neatly creased bag stuffed full of cash.